What is up, guys? Back here at the laundromat to do our normal thing. We've got to get the place straightened up, cleaned up, changed out, get it ready for another day of business. Yesterday was Wednesday, and we had a very, very busy Wednesday. Normally on Wednesdays we're dead, but it was very busy. But today's video I'm pretty excited about. I've been waiting for a while to talk about it. I've not mentioned it really on my channel before, but it's how we bought our laundromat. We were able to buy our laundromat with $0 out of our pocket, and that's legitimate. That was no money out of my pocket whatsoever. Come in, and within the first week I'm making money and putting money in my pocket. That was not done the go in, buy the lease out on somebody, or grab a lease up. I'm not about that crap. I'm not going to take over a free laundromat now. This was legitimately, to me, a free laundromat. And also, I'll talk about the deal that's, I wouldn't say 100% fell through by now, but someone's in front of us. I still think we stand a decent chance. So I'm gonna get the place cleaned up and then we'll talk. So if you want to right now, leave it down in the comments how you think I was able to buy this laundromat with absolutely no money out of my pocket. Leave that down in the comments and let me know. I want to see what you all think about me. So here's why I come in here and clean up every day. I used to wait, I used to do it every other day. But, as the months go on, we get busier, we do more. Look at this mess. It is just, I mean, what would you think that if you come in the laundromat and you've seen just all that nastiness sitting on the floor, and you could only imagine if it was compounded by a couple of days. The previous owners, there was one time that they waited an entire week to clean it. Crazy. So, let me show y'all this. From the looks of it, well, I know what happened. It's been leaking for a little bit. And I thought we fixed it when we were up on the roof last, but I never realized how many pops were in here and how they ran. It just finally leaked enough to where it broke, so no biggie. Just glad it didn't happen in the main area. If you guys could just smell the smell right now, it's that horrible, dreaded smell. It's the smell of fried electronics or fried motors. I hate that smell. That just means more money. My vacuum cleaner finally bit the dust. I went to turn it on. It went, ooh, and nothing. So the motor finally burned up. It's been on its way out. We used it to clean up a lot of concrete dust when we sawed the floors, or refinished the floors rather yet. So, yep, she's bit the dust. So I'll have to spend a couple $100 on that. But it is what it is, so. Oh well, crap, that sucks. I've got a shop vac. If you remember, my wife went and bought the biggest one she could find. However, I don't like to use it for cleaning out lint. So I'm gonna get on eBay this morning, see if I can't find one to get it rushed here. So that's just one of them things. It's held up for 3 years that I've had this place, so we'll get to it. You'll have to forgive me if I glance to the door. I know I do it a lot. I just don't want some customer walking in thinking I'm just some wacko back here recording a video, which I guess we're now in a very techie age where it's normal. I mean, heck, if I see somebody doing that, I don't pay no attention to them. But figured I'd sit here and explain it instead of doing my normal, I've got to do a change out today. Instead of doing the normal, change out and talk, I figured I'd sit down, 100% devote this time to telling them how this come about. Ever since I had really money, any kind of income, I'd always surf Craigslist, now Facebook, newspaper, just anything and everything I could, just to see what deals were out there, see if I could turn a profit on anything. By the time that I was 22, I had owned 32 cars. I think I'm up around 40 now. But yeah, I had owned 32 cars and only ever had 4 of those titled. I always would trade around, buy, sell, flip, just do all kinds of stuff like that. I'd always look just for all kinds of deals, and if I wasn't able to close on the deal, I'd send it to someone I knew could make that deal work, whether it be a house, whether it be a mobile home, anything like that. So that's really where this come from. I knew my parents had laundromats, so I was constantly looking for equipment for them. And I come across, laundromats locally, and there was this one for sale. Yellow, ugly floors, ugly. And I can't remember how much they wanted for it, but I know we got it about $20,000 cheaper. But here is how I bought my laundromat with $0 out of my pocket. At the time, there's no possible way that me and my wife could have bought this on our own. No way. We have a silent partner in this business. They are a 100% completely silent partner. Me and my wife make every single decision about this place, whether it be new machines, changing the lights, everything. We make the decisions. Our silent partner, every 3 months, they get a check. Now you talk about passive income, that's passive income. We split everything down the middle. We structure everything out the way, taxes will flow out right, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But the way that come about is I found this laundromat. I thought, wow, that's gonna be a good deal. So I sent it to these people. And, we talked about it, and finally, they live very busy lives, and there's no way that they could have bought this laundromat and operated it like I do. I spend about an hour a day here, which, you could have hired somebody, but it's also out of their way. So it had a whole lot of driving to their life. So we looked at it, talked it over, and we knew it was a heck of a deal. It was in a great location, just a really, had a lot of potential. So we sat down and we talked, and it come about, hey, how about we buy this place? We'll put everything together. We'll put all the money up front, or they'll put all the money up front. We'll run it. Every 3 months, we'll cut you a check. and that's how it took off. We pay them back. The laundromat pays the loan that was given back. Again, not a dime out of our pocket. We use the laundromat to pay it off. And everything's worked out great so far. I mean, every 3 months we get us a nice check too. So, I mean, that's how we got our business for free. It's worked out great, and there's more in the works. They're also going to be our partner in the one that we called about. It's probably been about 6-7 videos ago. If we can ever get that, they're going to do the same thing. They're going to put the money up front. We're going to run it, and they're going to get them a check every 3 months. So I'm not about all this, go in, buy a lease off somebody, all that stuff, but it can be done. I've thought about offering deals like that to people way back in the past, on like flipping mobile homes or something like that. But it's really hard to trust people, and it's hard to get people really to understand what you're doing. Fortunately, these people, they really understood what we were doing. They knew they were going to make some money, and hopefully me and my wife will be able to get to that point one time in our life that we'll be able to make money sitting on our tails. That'll be great. As for the other deal, I'll just go ahead and tell you, this was me and my wife only. We did not have our silent partner on this. This was going to be us only. We were looking at a $300,000 laundromat that come with all the laundry equipment, the building, and I think an acre and a half of land. I structured that deal up pretty good. I mean, it was a really good deal. The place has been vacant for a while. We would have really come out smelling like a rose. And like I said, it's not over. We're not out of the running. We've just been pushed back. There's a cash offer in right now. And, if it goes through, it goes through. I'm not going to cry. I'm not, it is what it is. I don't care. It's business, Would have been great because we would have been paying $1,000 a month for 5 years for this place. I'd already talked to my bank. They were a go to refinance it when I was ready. We were buying it about $150,000 under value. By the time we were finished, I'd say after repair value, you're talking $650,000. So, at the end of 5 years, I've paid out $60,000 in interest. I'm not bad. I don't think that's bad at all, because we would have been able to refinance and instantly pull out around $150,000, $200,000 cash, which would really, be able to allow us to do the other things in life we want. And that's somewhere where my channel is going to go. Is we're going to start looking at rentals. Maybe try to get a couple mobile homes. There's another place I'm looking at. But back to the $300,000 deal. It's bank owned. So they were going to finance everything. But we sent in all the financials. We sent in our resume. We sent in our action plan, all that good stuff. But it's how life happens. Sometimes things fall through, and that's just, you gotta roll with the punches. The place also I'm looking at is a residential bank owned. The bank has owned it for 2 years, sold it once, still in their possession. So I've got in my mind what I'd like to offer them, and that place shows some real good potential. So it can be done. You can get you a business for next to nothing. Find you an investor. If you don't have any revenue stream, find you an investor. Find somebody that you can believe, that can believe in you. You can trust. They can trust you. Build that relationship. Work with somebody. Get out there. Just find you somebody to show you the ropes, get you going, and somebody will take their time to say, okay, this person can make me some money. So don't go out there with the nonsense of trying to backdoor somebody. That's not a legit way to do things. You wouldn't want it done to you, so why would you do it to someone else? But it can be done. I swear to God, this is what happened. $0 out of me and my wife's pocket. We get a pretty good vacation fund plus some every year. It equates out to, in a year, what I spend here, I make double on the hour, roughly double on the hour than what I do at my current job. And that's another thing that I want to take this channel in, is just multiple revenue streams. We need multiple revenue streams. Like right now I have my job, I have my our laundromat. My wife used to make t-shirts. We used to have rentals. We sold off our rentals and are going to get back into it. Real estate's just where it's at. I played around in the stock market, and for me, I'm not patient enough for the stock market. So real estate's where it's going to go, and that's why I wanted that laundromat. The one that fell through is not just for the laundromat. I told the guy, he's like, well, I got another buyer. They can buy the place and you can run the laundromat. And I said, absolutely not. I said, I want it all or nothing. I don't want the laundromat. And because by the time the rent gets raised to $3,000 a month, the building gets cut in half because it's a 4,000 square foot building with 88 machines. His plan is, and he's done it here. It was actually my current landlord that suggested this and brokered the deal. He put a building out in front of this current building and made, I think, 5 to 8 more units. So he had the same plan, towards that. He's a developer, so what he thinks about. And that's why I wanted the land and the property. I didn't want the laundromat solely, because the laundromat only make you X amount of dollars. The whole property is just a giant stepping stone. But I've sit here and rambled on enough. I've got to go get this change took out so I can go to bed. So the reason I said find you an investor, I thought about that and I need to touch on it a little bit more. You can make all the money in the world, and there's one thing you're limited on. You're limited in time. No matter what you do, you cannot create more time. So that's why eventually, the way I want things to go, I'll eventually hire somebody to come in here and clean this on a daily basis. I'll still come in here and collect change. We're still looking to grow and acquire more laundromats. But the cost savings is going to be there. Or not the cost savings, but the time savings is going to be there. I'm going to be able to hire somebody, and it may cost me $150 a week, but that's 6 hours of my life I got back. So what, roughly $25-ish. So I mean, that's a pretty good trade-off. And another thing, that's why I said find an investor to help out, because they want to make more money, but they just don't have the time to do it. And you'll run across somebody. Find the field you want to invest in and just work. Go work for the person for free if you have to. Get to know them. Go out and network. You'll find someone eventually that wants to say, hey, I want to do business with that person. Right now, I have people that constantly say, hey, let's do this. Hey, let's do that. Hey, let's do this. Hey, let's do that. And part of me thinks that, maybe they think I know what I'm doing, which a lot of times, I fly by the seat of my pants. That's how I live my life. But a lot of times I think they're just too scared to take the risk on their own. So it can be scary, but that's what I love about our economy and our nation is, if you fall, you'll eventually be able to get right back up. So let's I was going to change out the laundromat, but I think I'm just gonna, I know I'm just gonna steal the money from my vending and swap it over into my change machine. That's basically I used to keep my vending separate, but I roughly know what I spend, what I make on it, so I just throw it in all together. And then once we have to go and deposit our dimes and nickels, then we count that as vending. But we'll get to it. This is my dual entry system where it requires 2 sets of keys to get in. I'm just always scared that I'm going to leave these laying somewhere. Let's see what. Hey, holy moly. I need everything. This is something I've said, and I'll always say, is the money is out there. You just got to go get it, regardless if it's, a job. People say, "Oh, I can't find a job." Those are people that don't want a job. If you can't find, a job, I just don't know about that one. But you also got, whether it's out there starting your own business, you can start small businesses. My wife started her little t-shirt business. I'm wanting to say maybe less than $200-300, and was able to pay for our vacation, and I think pay a couple credit cards off. And for her, the reason why she stopped, it just got to the point where people don't know what they want. They'll tell you they want something, you do it, and then they don't. That's not what they wanted, and it's your fault at the end of the day. But you know, whether it be finding you a business, you know, if you want to get in real estate, flipping real estate, buying real estate, you can buy real estate for as little as 3% down. And I wish to God that I had done that years ago. You can buy a fourplex as a first-time homeowner, put 3% down, and your 3 tenants in that fourplex pay your mortgage, and then you move on to the next one. It's just, like I said, it's out there. You just gotta go get it. Just always have a plan. Always look for what's the next thing. Don't just be content. I'm not saying don't be content out of greed. It's never about greed. It's just being able to do whatever you want in life, and that's what I want. I don't want to be rich. I want to be able to do whatever I want. So, but that's today's video. I'm going to go ahead and get these sorted out. Actually get to use this. Thing works great. But I'm going to get this sorted out. Thank you for watching. God bless.